Well, good morning, good afternoon, good day, and good night for those people that are overseas. Welcome to Winnebago Talks right here on the Big Voice, KWTN, and appreciate everybody that's going to be joining us here. We got a lot of things to be discussing here today, and just kind of a FYI, we do have some appointments that we need to get to, so we're going to be doing a 1 hour show, you know what I mean? Maybe even a little bit shorter than that, so we have to get to the answer is before we head out today. And I got some good ones. Now, these are really simple questions. You guys should get 5 of 5. If you don't, then we're going to have to talk. No, I'm just waiting. But nonetheless, I'd like to introduce the crew here with us. We're part Big Voice and we're part the Winnebago in the News. So we'll start over here. Joining in the studio, I have
DJ Bethani Redhorn, the Winnebago Communications Officer.
Tyler Snake, the Winnebago Indian News Office Circulation Manager.
Tyler Snake. Yes, I just want to make sure I got that. Love your jacket.
She needs a DJ.
I ordered them. No.
And then also
MCBKC, otherwise known as Brian Chamberlain, editor for the Winnebago Indian News.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. So we're going to get right into it. Like I said, we're going to have a kind of a short and sweet episode here. So Winnebago Indian News. You guys had an issue come out last Saturday.
Yes.
And packed full of information. If you did not receive your issue, make sure you get a hold of Tyler. And then there's some that are in the newsstands around town. I really enjoyed that issue and stuff because it had the question of the issue. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. And it was pretty good. But just to recap, how was your guys' Valentine's Day and everything that happened since last week?
I would say it was pretty good.
Yeah?
Had an unexpected Valentine.
Oh, cool. That is good. That is good.
Nice. Yeah, no, Valentine's Day was pretty good overall. And then, yeah, like what you said, the issue had a lot of good stuff in it. I was really happy with the amount of news that, of course, was happening. We were able to report on all of the activity that the council leadership and everyone else that went to Washington, D.C., as well as the event down in Lincoln with the Nebraska senators, and then also the reviews that we did for Hakewe, which is an exclusive of Winnebago Indian News, and I've been getting a lot of really good feedback about that. So
Awesome. That is very cool. Now, to kind of discuss about the Winnebago Indian News, you had some bagel bits. Run us through those bagel bits.
Yes. I cannot remember them at the top of my head. I should have brought some in.
And, Ben's going away.
Okay, yeah. One was Ben's going away dinner, lunch. It was pretty good. He had a lot of people say some good things about him, so I think that's a reflection of his work and his time here.
Yeah.
You know, he created some good relationships with the immersion class, us, with the radio show, you know, this day in history, and then, you know, with the museum itself.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully he's tuning in, you know what I mean, wherever his new job is and everything too, and that is very good. Then we also recapped some of the send-off blessing ceremony for the wrestlers.
Yes. Okay, thanks for the refresher.
No worries.
Last week was like months ago. No, but
that is so 1 week ago.
Yeah, that's so last week. No, but with the send-off, it was pretty good. You know, they Terry Medina, he blessed them and whatnot, and you know, as they left town, they had the crowd waving them off, and you know, but I heard some pretty good things happen. They made history down there.
They did.
You know, they got their mark, you know. And
I think they're going to be on a special guest for the sports show that's going to be happening on Wednesday. So if you want to hear more information, kind of like just to tell you now, they did place and they medaled. So they're bringing back some hardware, you know, they're back already, but you know what I mean? So congratulations to the ladies. I was in Minnesota and got to see it on national television, the wrestling finals and stuff.
Wow.
It was pretty cool. It was on, PBS, I think it was on.
Yes.
And man, what a cool opportunity for that and stuff, you know. So we are going to be joined in the guest studio as well. We have Stormy and friends that are going to be, WCHS is going to be joining us. They have an event that's be coming up, and that I think is going to take place on Friday. We also have some other events that are going to be taking place as well. You mentioned something that's going to be happening on Wednesday. The Red Dress event is going to be discussed here today, and that's going to be tomorrow, correct?
The 21st.
Is it tomorrow already?
Tomorrow's the 20th. Yeah.
Wow,
I know.
And it is leap year.
Yeah.
Do we have any leap year babies out there? You know?
I know. I have a personal friend. He is, and so he's one. a little bit older than I am, but he's going to be 13 this year. So,
how cool is that?
Yeah.
So leap year, if you don't know, every year they throw that day in. What is it? Every 4 years.
every 4 years. Yeah.
Wow,
Dang.
that is trip out and stuff. So I want to share something with you guys, and I just kind of doing some self-reflection, and there's a thing I want our people that are on YouTube, that are listening to on YouTube, to help us out, to chat below, and those that are on Facebook tuning in and stuff. So we have 130,000 people that listen up in Sioux City and stuff, potential reach anyway. But I picked up a planner, okay? And I want to read this question to you guys, and maybe you guys can kind of chat it, because I think this is really cool. So this is called a high performance planner, and it's just something that I just thought about, and I kind of went through it last night, and I was looking through it, and it's blank, right? And here's the question that I want to ask you guys, all right, and all the big voicers out there and those that are tuning in. It says, what's one thing I could do for myself on this day that would bring me joy or help me recharge? What is one thing that I could do on this day to help me bring me joy or help me recharge? I got my answer. You guys ready?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have lunch. You know what I mean? That, because endorphins and all that stuff is released when you have food and you recharge your battery. You
need to fuel up.
Yeah, you got to fuel up. So what's yours?
Take a good nap.
Yeah, because rest, for your brain and stuff, it does need to, and your muscles and everything. How about you, Tyler?
I would say take a break, but at the same time, I would say like complete a task, because then after that you feel accomplished.
Yeah. Complete a task and mark it off. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that they told me in college is write your to-do list. Once you get it done, mark it off, because there's that satisfaction once you mark that off that it's completed and stuff. Good one.
Yep.
How about you, Brian?
Tyler, get her done. Yes. Mine is good for yourself is get out in nature, and it's the wonderful saying, touch grass. It has such a amazing impact on you when you're able to just be out in, we're in the middle of winter, I understand that, but we have some good weather right now. The birds are actually back. It's kind of crazy because you hear them every morning now, as opposed to nothingness in the winter. But get out in nature.
That is a good one, because today's weather report, man, we need to get that.
Near record temperatures today.
Near record temperatures, and for last bare moon, it looks like it's going to be some good weather on Saturday, about 60 degrees for Saturday. So
move it outside.
I know there is a powwow grounds. Remember they said that powwow kind of on the north side there. But I just wanted to share with that to you. Do we have any comments? If you guys have an opportunity, make sure you comment below. We'll read them out, and appreciate you guys kind of engaging with us. That's what we're here to do as Winnebago Talks, is we want to inform those that a lot of things that are happening here in Winnebago, regionally and nationally in the country, and that's part of one of our goals and stuff too. So anything else, you guys? Brian, I'm going to need your help for the answer is.
Sure, absolutely. The Winnebago Indian News is always evolving and moving forward, and so we've got, like I said earlier, we have a lot of good feedback, and please keep it coming, because it is a voice of the people, and we always want to make sure it is that. So we're very much appreciative that you're liking what you're able to read, and that's the biggest part of it. We're putting so much more content in it that can actually be read.
Right.
And the thing I was going to throw out there, though, is there are some major announcements still coming for the tribe, and as soon as we get the go-ahead with that, we're going to definitely put those on blast in the Winnebago Indian News. So.
I liked what the W.I.N as far as kind of recap the trip out into D.C. That was huge, historical, and more updates, like you said, forthcoming on that. So a lot of good information on there. We did 10 pages this time, and you'll see the latest news updates, as well as some of the advertisements and upcoming events happening in Winnebago and throughout the area.
The thing I wanted to highlight here, though, specifically is on the masthead, the Winnebago Indian News, of course, created by Neola Walker, the late Neola Walker. We will always, honor her. She's the lady that started what we do. But we are also featuring tribal leaders, people of basic, I don't want to say significance, but that definitely had an imprint on the tribe and had an impact on the tribe, is what I should say. And so you'll be seeing those. We started off, of course, with the late Frank Lemire, of course, a nationally known tribal advocate for indigenous people everywhere, and of course his own Winnebago people. And then this last week we did the one and only Chief Little Priest. And so we're going to keep that vibe going, of course, with the family's consent, so we're very happy to get those, if they have passed away. And then at the same time, that is the biggest thing, because what we really want to push that is a lot of the younger generations may not necessarily know who these people were, and
Right.
they made the tribe what it is today. So
Very cool, very cool. I like how like Google does that, and we have our own way
Right.
of recognizing
Yep.
our ancestors.
Yes.
And
Yep.
so thank you to the families that are giving us permission to
Absolutely.
do that, and learning that educational piece to that too.
Yes.
So we do have some comments here, and I want to make sure
Yeah.
that we get an opportunity for Bethany to read them.
So Savannah did talk about checking off her to-do list, and she's going to be getting a hold of me to get on the radio very soon. She has a huge announcement.
Oh, cool. All right. Good
Yes.
job, Savannah.
Exciting.
And we're looking forward to that. I got to share a story, and I think I shared it a little bit with the office and then with the folks over the airwaves too. But I was out in D.C., and I got a chance to take pictures and document that historical trip where the land bill went before the House of Congress, and then we made our way over there to the Senate side and everything too. But I was out there and met this lady, and she said out in D.C., she listens to the Big Voice.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like,
Yes.
how cool is that? So shout out. Hopefully they're listening and stuff too. But if you have an opportunity, make sure you tell your friends and your folks that, and we're open to anybody for people to come up, share their information too. So I'm glad that WCHS is here, Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare, to share in news about their upcoming event. So Tyler and Brian, we'll be back to win. So
Sure.
Winnebago in the news, this kind of an FYI, has been on a hot streak.
Yes.
Okay, so it's between
Yeah, I've been
Tyler
lost once, huh?
and it's been between the big voice here, Bethany, who represents the big voice, and it's 2-0 since we kind of kept after those big
Since
storms.
we start retelling, yeah.
So Tyler will be back to win.
Yeah.
All right, thanks guys.
All right.
In the meantime, we have some updates.
Yeah, so last week we had to postpone the Big Voice Sports Talk Show, but tomorrow Coach Q will be back here in the studio for a exclusive interview, and so you want to stay tuned for that. He'll get some updates for the local sports and things like that, and so All Request Live on Thursday, Res Ride with MCBKC.
Let's talk about All Request Live. Come on up, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. But let's talk about All Request Live.
Yeah, so the top song of the week that's been holding it down for going on 3 weeks today, or this week, is Smokey Robinson and the Miracles with You've Really Got a Hold on Me.
Wow. In the
So
last
it's really
couple
got a hold
weeks.
on everybody. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's been a top song.
And so make sure you cast
good
your
one,
vote. Make sure you cast your vote and stuff. And then also too, I've seen some people say, we need some more rock and roll. We need some more Earth, Wind, and Fire. We need some more. So
Yeah.
do that.
Not
Let us know.
opposed to that at all, yes.
We'll listen to you because we'll go from, on All Request Live, we'll go from straight up 1930s country all the way to the latest, Ice Spice song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just hang with us. And we also have our birthday shout outs.
Yes.
And-
Yep. So if you ever have anybody you want to give a shout out to them, maybe just want to dedicate a song, lift up their day. Usually DJ Mac Attack's here in the studio with me, and we're live on Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We have our text line. We're available on Facebook as well, and we have our email.
And then I love on Thursday too, we have Res Ride in the afternoon.
Yes.
So for your ride home, make sure you tune into Res Ride
Yep.
because that's a cool thing.
It's also live streamed on YouTube. So usually ARL and Baby Bison Beats, which is also on Thursdays, they're audio only shows, but Res Ride is live streamed on YouTube as well.
And then a special live stream that's going to happen this Saturday. We'll be live at the Winnebago Casino and Resort for the annual Last Bare Moon Winter Celebration.
Yes.
And man, we might need to change that name to Spring Celebration or something like that because it's just around the corner. But that's going to kick off at around probably 11:45 a.m.
Yep.
And grand entry, everybody note this down. Usually, it's been in the past that grand entries are at 1 o'clock, but for Last Bare Moon, because it's so big and there's so many categories and everything, they have to start at noon, 12 noon. So make sure you note that in your calendar. Come out and have some lunch and then get your dancing gear on. So with that being said, I would like to introduce our next special guest here. And these ladies have some important announcements from the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System and the Winnebago Public Health Department. We'll start over here. Go ahead and give us your introduction.
Hi, my name is Jordan Blackfish. I am the administrative assistant for the PHNs at the Public Health Nursing Department. And this will be the second event that I'll be helping with.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep,
Thank you for
pretty-
being here.
Yep.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jane Langemeyer, Director of Public Health Nursing at the Winnebago Public Health Department.
Oh, all right.
And so I'm privileged to be here. Thank you so much with
Yeah.
two of my my great staff members.
Jean, is that how you say it? Jane.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You
Thank
you
you.
have like a little accent there. Are you from here in Nebraska or?
I am.
Okay,
I am from
okay.
Nebraska. I grew up around the Hooper and Scribner area.
Okay, see that's where the accent comes from. I knew it was a Scribner one. You know,
Is that right?
And then we also have
Stormy Griffin. I'm a public health nurse at 12 Clans Unity Hospital, and you better not say nothing about my accent. Just kidding.
she must be from the no. I'm just
Let me guess. Start guessing my clan. No.
well, welcome, ladies, and
Hello,
then
ladies.
important event that we're going to display on Facebook and YouTube. But let's talk about it.
Yeah, honestly, your question that you had earlier on your notebook,
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that. That's a big, important thing. One of the biggest things that our keynote speaker talks about is securing your own mask first. So, taking care of yourself and making sure that you're able to, we really want to talk about getting those yearly exams done and getting those exams done that you're supposed to be doing for yourself, so that way you could be your healthiest self. And that way, like for me, I'm a mom of 4, so a lot of times I feel like I'm getting burned out and I'm doing all these things, but I'm not really taking care of myself. So this year was like a big focus on really making sure I'm getting those things done and taking care of myself. So when I listened to this keynote speaker, that's really what I was kind of picking up from her.
Oh, cool.
And Jane is the one that is actually brought that to our attention and searched out for her, and I'll let her kind of take over more on that end of the deal. But yeah, it's going to be a really good event. I'm really excited for it.
So just real quick here, I'm glad that you brought it up, but what do you do to kind of recharge or something that brings joy?
Honestly, just taking a walk by myself.
Yeah.
I feel like, kind of like what Brian was saying, when I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed or getting too much going on for myself, I like to just go for a walk.
Yeah.
And just kind of breathe and really tell myself, I know it sounds weird to talk to yourself, but really tell myself sometimes you can do this. Even this morning I was kind of nervous, and I'm like, you know what, you know this, you can do this,
For
you
sure.
got this. So
How about you, Jane?
yeah.
Hi. Well, I'd like to introduce our speaker.
Well, I'll just real quick
okay, sorry.
before you go to that. What
Yeah.
do you do to recharge and bring joy? Just real simple, real quick.
You know what I do? I call them shout-out prayers.
Oh, okay.
And so I have a little drive I live around Hooper. I have a little drive. And so when I'm driving and I just see something in beauty, or I'm thinking about my family, I just say a really quick shout out prayer.
Oh, nice.
And it makes me think of them, and it just makes me remember that there's a higher being in my life and guiding me and give me strength to keep on going.
There was a guy that I listened to one time, and he said, take mental snapshots. Just like how you take a picture, take a mental snapshot, just like take a picture in your head, and then when you're feeling down or you need to bring joy and stuff, just remember that. Maybe it's an eagle or something, you know what I mean, that just brought you joy. Or for example, last night we put on Callie's little jingle dress for last Bear Moon, and she was like, what is this, and all this and that. We messed up because it was the first time putting it on. We put it on backwards, but it was just like a little mental snapshot, you know what I mean? That was the first time putting on her little jingle dress dance, and she was just excited. How about you? What do you do to recharge and bring joy?
I do several different things. I really listen to music. I really enjoy spending time with my children, but one thing I do for myself is I always try to think of all the positives I have going on right now. That kind of gets me a little bit.
Self-reflection.
Yeah, self-reflection, really being self-aware, because it's really easy to focus on negative things. So I always just think of positive things and stuff that's going on, my family, my friends, things like that.
That is cool. Man, so to me, this is something that I would like to do, because laughter is contagious. And then joy and happiness is contagious as well and stuff. So thank you guys for kind of sharing a piece of yourself with our listeners and stuff. But back to you, Jane, the speaker that's coming in. Now, I'm sorry, did I miss the event? It's just going to happen tomorrow.
Yes.
What time?
So there's a student session that we're going to have from 2 to 3 that's open for Little Priest Tribal College and faculty, but then we open that up to all students, for WPS. We went up there and talked to the teachers there too. So it's going to be open from 2 to 3, and we'll have a light snack And then there's a second session that's going to be open to the community from 5 to 7.
And that's the one that we want to go to.
Yep.
5 to 7.
And then we'll serve like a light soup. Mary Kelsey came up with the recipe for this, so it's a heart-healthy soup. And we'll have crackers and fresh fruit and water to drink. So,
Awesome. And then we're going to listen to the keynote speaker. So tell us some background information.
Yes, I was very fortunate a couple of years ago to go to the Nebraska Public Health Association and Nebraska Public Health Directors meeting in Lincoln.
Oh.
And Dr. Joanne Owens-Nasser was the keynote speaker. And she was just absolutely dynamic and just got the crowd into thinking about wellness. And so I made a little mental note. Wow, if there's ever a chance to get her to be a speaker, I've just gotta work toward that goal. And so fortunately, we had some funds, and that has proven possible. I got a hold of her. She's open for the date. And so Dr. Owens-Nasser taught, and she likes to be called Dr. Joe.
Okay.
She is just one bundle of energy.
Okay.
And she has been around for 50 plus years, speaking and promoting energy. She actually was a past assistant basketball coach at the University of Nebraska.
Oh, wow.
And then she also was the director of Nebraska Public Health, or Public Physical Education for the state of Nebraska. So she's had several roles, and many of them, almost all of them, have to deal with physical health, physical education, getting up, moving, taking self-responsibility for one's health and promoting it. And so with that, with February being a Heart Healthy Month, we are really bringing her here to focus on that message about how we as individuals can take care of ourselves and promote health so that we can take care of our families, take care of our relatives, take care of our elders, and be a stronger community.
Yeah.
So she'll bring that message to the young people in our community here, and then bring it to the community members. And so it is open, and people are openly invited. It would be held at Little Priest College in the auditorium.
Okay.
So we've got, I hope, ample room.
Yeah.
If not, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We want everybody there that can come.
I think that auditorium holds up to like 300 people if need be and stuff, so you should have plenty. Make sure you guys, this is a free event, and a lot of resources, a lot of coordination and effort put in to bring this speaker and share her knowledge with everybody.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I love about speakers is usually I try to take something away and implement it in my life, and that's one of the things that hopefully we get to do tomorrow. So very nice. Stormy, so in your role with the Winnebago Public Health Department, what are some kind of other things that you guys got going on, and kind of maybe some of the things that the community needs to know about?
We do a little bit of everything. I feel like the public health nursing department are kind of go under the radar as far as when you think about the hospital, but we do several different things. I know for the month of December and January, I really focus on lung cancer screenings, which is something that a lot of people don't know that we have at the hospital here. So if you have around 20 pack years of smoking, you should be getting a lung cancer screening done, and you can get it done once a year. So if you have any questions on that, you can definitely call me, and I can get that scheduled for you and stuff like that. The goal of that is to catch lung cancer at its earliest stages when it's the most curable. So that's something we have going on. We're always...
So let's talk about that. That's pretty important to diagnose that. And so for somebody that's doing a screening or health screening and stuff, and I always appreciate Mona's words, and she learned this from one of the speakers too, is that, when you go to the hospital, you have a broken arm, something that happened, you have a cut that needs stitched up and stuff like that. But when you go to the Winnebago Public Health Department, you're trying to do some of the things to help you live a healthy lifestyle, preventative, so you guys, some of those things. So screenings, a lot of times, getting the flu shot so you guys don't get the flu, whatever it may be, COVID shots. And I really like that. So as far as a recommendation, a person that's a certain age, should they go in for a checkup like around their birthday time?
Yeah, that's a good recommendation to definitely do that, and to be honest with your healthcare provider, because I know my mom, I hope she's not listening to this, but she smokes, and then she'll go and be like, oh, I only have 1 or 2, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then really when I'm talking to people about this lung cancer screening, I'm like, you can be honest with me.
Yeah.
And I really want you to be honest with me so that that way I can help you get this screening done, and then you don't have to worry about it after that. And then every year when you go in and be seen, we'll just do it again, and we'll keep doing it just because it eliminates that risk of the lung cancer screening that we have right now is the least utilized cancer screening that we have. And it's because we kind of teach our smokers that smoking's bad. So then they come in and say, oh, I don't smoke that much. And really we're missing them in that screening effort right there. So that's something I'm really trying to get. And I'm really appreciative too because I'm from here. So they'll be a little bit more honest with me and they'll be like, yeah, Stormy, I smoke a pack a day since I was 15 or whatever. And you're like, okay, well, thank you. That's a start. We'll get this going. And I think I've got a lot of people to get their lung cancer screening. So I'm really appreciative of that. So that's a project that I kind of do, I guess, on mine. But all of us all have different ones we do. And like right now, we really focus on months at a time. So February is our heart health month. So we're really focusing on getting as many people as we can to this event, just so that, you know, they might take away 1 or 2 things from the presentation. And we also, if we have any elders that are having some issues with like getting around and need a ride, they can also reach out to Jordan and I, and we'll arrange for transportation to get them there. So we'd have the back row of the area reserved for our elders. So if they want to come too, then because it, you know, it's really for anybody at any age. That's what we're trying to hit with this doctor that's coming to present is heart health at any age.
Hearts are very important. You know what I mean? That's very important. So I'm glad you guys bring in this presentation. Bethany, you have any questions for them?
Is anybody available to possibly attend virtually, or is it more of an in-person event?
So that's what we're actually working on, is getting a Zoom link for people who aren't able to get there. We really want people to come though, so I don't think at first we were advertising Zoom, you know, but I know that's something in the works, so that way just if somebody's not able to attend, they can watch from home.
Okay. So then if they have any questions, how can they get a hold of you ladies?
You can reach me at jordan.blackfish at wchs.health or Stormy. And if you can't reach me there, I'm on Facebook. A lot of people times reach out to me through Facebook, so I will get to you.
Awesome.
That is very cool. Now, Stormy, I have a kind of a serious question. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to and stuff, but I know that there's a lot of up and coming youth, and we work with our HCI apprentices and stuff, but the hospital is a great resource. Like, why did you like your job? Why did you get into being a PHN?
So I kind of fell into it. I went to Little Priest Tribal College, and I really loved human anatomy, biology, microbiology, and I also really liked helping people. That's something that I've always enjoyed doing, so it was a no-brainer for me to go and become a nurse. So I went to St. Luke's College in Sioux City.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's kind of crazy because I just started out just to be a nurse.
Yeah.
But then it was very quickly Stormy, the native nurse, because there really isn't a lot of representation in this field.
Yeah.
So I quickly became like an ambassador kind of for Native people in general, and really got to represent us, I guess, in a good way. So that's kind of how and then I started in the inpatient area when it first opened back in 2019, I think. And then I worked ER, inpatient, and then I worked in the clinic. And then Mona recruited me when there was a spot down in the public health department. She's like, you have to, her and Sandy Anderson. Everybody knows who both of those guys are, but you have to come downstairs, you have to come down here. And I was really nervous, you know, to do it, but I was just like, man, they really want me, so I should go down there. And I'm glad I really did, because I feel like I get to help more people here. And I get to be more in the community, and I get to do more things. I guess like right now our healthcare system is really set up to be reactive, like you're saying, the broken arms and the, you have diabetes and this and that. So it's nice to be in a role right now where I can try to actually help people prevent getting those things and prevent all of that happening. So it's a different side of healthcare that I really enjoy.
That is cool. Great answer. Thank you for answering that and stuff. And you do a wonderful job. You know what I mean? Just getting that information out here. Jane, we appreciate you coming up. And Jordan, I know that you worked for the Angel Decor Museum. Then you worked for the grant. What was it called?
Project Launch.
Yeah. And you're fairly new over there and stuff, but you got a lot of projects coming up. And thank you. And anything that we can do to support you guys down there and stuff, we'll try to make sure we get that out to the people and stuff too. So Jane, it's nice to meet you.
Well, thank you so much.
You guys had like a accreditation process last week, and
yes, we did.
How did that work out?
Well, it was definitely a learning experience, but it was also very positive. The surveyors that came, of course, had a lot of questions.
Yep.
They had reviewed a lot of documents, and the accreditation team has put years into this process. So kudos to everyone on the accreditation team, and of course Mona, our fabulous leader.
Yeah.
And so we were well prepared. She had us well prepared. We were able to address questions that they might have, and that's to be expected because you're going to be interviewed about what you do, what your jobs are, and how you meet standards of care. And so they identified lots of great strengths that we have, and of course they always provide a suggestion on something that you can work toward making your public health department better, and we're all used to that. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear what can we do to be better, to serve the population, to serve the good people here in Winnebago. And so now we're in a process where they'll be reviewing what they saw, and the documents that they were provided, and so we'll wait to hear.
Yeah.
And then we'll, there's also an opportunity if we reach accreditation, that will be a huge celebration.
Yeah.
If we have a few steps that we need to complete, I know it'll be in Mona's plan that we'll work toward those and get those completed. Awesome. So yes, it was again a great experience, and just on the backs of the CMS accreditation with our sister 12 clans.
Right.
So we want to be up there. We want to meet those standards because I feel we do.
Yeah.
And so the accreditation is just that public stamp.
Awesome.
So
thank you for that
Thank
update,
you.
and kudos to like you said, all the staff and everybody that had hard work. It's always good to do an assessment, do tests to kind of see where you're at.
Exactly.
If there's something that you need to learn, that's how. Don't tell anybody, but when I first took my DMV test, you know what I mean? I didn't pass it. So, but they said, go read the book. And sure enough, I read the book, you know what I mean? And it's all the answers are right there, So it's good to kind of self-reflect a lot of times and stuff. So we are looking forward to when you guys get the accreditation notice, and that's going to be a huge announcement.
Exactly.
Anything else that I missed?
I don't think so. If anybody has any questions, definitely reach out to us.
Yes.
If the first session from 2 to 3 works better for you, because I know that we have a lot of people in the community that have different times, you can definitely come to the 2 to 3 session. We just kind of just thought it would be easier for the students during the daytime. But definitely come. Bring your kids if you have to. We're really just want anybody to make it, and just come to our event. So
I have kind of a request, you know what I mean? We have the opportunity to reach a lot of people, and there's podcasts, there's different things that we can explore, but to have like a health section, and I know that what's her name down there, Erin? Yeah, she we did a couple of recordings and stuff, but if we could do something like that, I would just love to hear from Stormy, Jordan, and Jane, just kind of on a topic, what can I do to better my heart health? Is there certain things, certain foods, do checks, and then learn about my lungs, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of give that information out there. So that's just kind of a request here from the Big Voice. If you guys maybe take that back to your crew and start discussing that.
Yeah, we definitely would enjoy that, because it does reach a different group of people. Like when we have health fairs and stuff, we're just really getting a couple seconds with them before they can move on somewhere else. So you're really having to hit them with the stuff you really want them to know right away before they move on. So that would be nice. And then if people had questions, we would be able to answer them too, because the health fair setting, it's really nice and we really enjoy it, but to hit people with 20 different topics within a half an hour, you wonder if they really get a lot of that or save a lot of that information too. So that would definitely be something we can look into, and it could be part of our health promotions kind of. So that sounds interesting.
All right. Well, you folks have a good rest of your day. Jane, you come up anytime. Jordan, Stormy, and Bethany.
We shall see you next week.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right.
Yep. See you next week with Sandy.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sandy's coming up.
Yes.
Oh, man. We brought in the big guns, huh?
Yeah,
All
so you
right.
guys better be ready. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
guys.
So, to your planner question that you posed, we got another comment.
Oh, let's do it. What do we get?
So, shout out to DJ Mac Attack. He said that something that he likes to do is positive self-talk. That's what Jordan practices. Nothing weird about it. Love it. Shout out to Jordan.
Yes, shout out. I'm just got ideas and stuff. This is for my help. Now, in kind of like my assessment of some of my job duties, it's hard to kind of juggle a lot of things. You're trying to juggle your life.
Yeah.
Try to juggle the work schedules and this everything that happens, and of course you have to kind of let your hair down every now and then and stuff too. But what brings me joy? And seriously, just the little things. There's a lot of philosophical, look into the clouds and all this and that stuff. But those are all great. But man, don't forget to eat, guys.
Yeah.
Don't forget to eat. So that's why I said that's going to bring me joy here today.
Definitely. That's like being so quick and like on the go all the time. Like it's as simple as eating, getting that rest.
Yeah.
Recharging.
Rest is very important too. I've seen studies about that. If you're not giving your body enough time to rest and stuff, it creates a lot of stress. You can develop ulcers, all that kind of stuff. So if you have an opportunity, I know that there's a lot of people, they're like, man, I ain't got no choice. I got to pay the bills. I got to do this and I got to do that. And the kids got to get out the door and all this and that. So we understand that. But if you can, you know what I mean? Like try to make it a point to give yourself some rest.
Take care of some self-care.
Yes, for sure. So more announcements. What do we got?
So as I was saying, we'll have All Request Live, Res Ride, and Baby Bison Beats on Thursday. And then we will be back on Friday with Friday Night Hot Mix with DJ Blue. And Midnight Love with MCBKC, and then wanted to touch on the big hour, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays over the noon hour.
Awesome. Hey, I got a big hour tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna pitch this to you guys and let me know what you think and stuff. But there's some people. So the first big hour that I did for this year, I challenged myself. I did country. Guaranteed top 20 country songs of all time, in my opinion. Yeah. What was the acronym that we used?
It was like
It's DJ.
I am DJ, or I am DJ in my DJ.
In the DJ's opinion. IDJI or something. IDG. So we just butchered that one. I have to pull that one back out. But I'm going to do the best, in my opinion, in the DJ's opinion, the best guitar solo songs of all time. In my opinion. Wow. It might not be yours.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. But the guitar, you know what I mean? So I was looking it up and I was going to call it something like the Axe Effect or something like that because they called the guitar the Axe. I was going to call it a riff, chop, and lick show. You know what I mean? Because that's what they say. What's a riff? You know what I mean? Right. And that's
Yeah.
You know, what's a chop? And that's kind of like a kind of a solo. And then what's a lick? You know what I mean? And that's kind of a faster chop.
Yep.
So
that's good.
Yeah, that's gonna be tomorrow at noon.
Over the noon hour.
Check that out. So MCBKC. Brian, what you got?
Yeah, I was listening to you guys talk to the ladies who were here earlier, and that's a lot of good information. But of course, like what DJ Bethany was telling you guys about, of course, the Res Ride comes to you live every Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. and we go all over the place with that. It is 2 hours of nonstop music, so we don't have any filler in the background. It is songs and songs and songs. And so last week, of course, we were featuring the new cuts from the new album by Usher, and we did a lot of that. And then also Midnight Love episode 40 last week was Usher's Love Serenade, and it was also the entire show of songs by him and or duets.
Yeah, we got to listen to some of those new jams and stuff that are going to be classics. So
yes, they are.
Give yourself an opportunity to learn new songs, you know, and that's something that I find joy is that I'll go through Spotify or, you know, Apple, YouTube, whatever it may be and stuff, and then be like, hey, let's check out a new song. Yeah. And then it's always good to listen to the classics and stuff too.
Sure.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good stuff there. I mean, because just to that point, last night I was looking at, you know, you might like this because it gives you suggestions. Yeah. And so 2 of them I actually did, you know, and it's like some of them are like, nah, but then every now and then I'll throw one in there that's like, hey, I like that.
We were listening to XM radio and I'm sorry, man, I'm probably going to have all our listeners turn off and stuff like that. But I just have to tell you this story. It was crazy because we were listening to it and the DJ comes back on and I thought the song was okay, but it was on one of the radio stations and it's mostly like urban hip hop and kind of all this and that. And she's like, that's the new jam by Ice Spice. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know, I didn't know anything about Ice Spice or anything like that. And I know that she was in the same area with Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl and stuff. But the DJ says that's her song about farts. And I was like, oh, what? I turned to my son and I said, what did the DJ say? And she said, and so I rewind it and there's a song about that. You know what I mean? I'm like, what are we coming to, guys?
Yes,
the newest song that she says, and it starts out like, you're not even a S word.
You think you're the bleep, you ain't even the fart.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on? I'm sorry, Ice Spice fans. I'm sorry. I apologize and stuff, but I was just... I guess us talking about it is marketing for her, you know, but at the same time, yeah, take me back to the Jodeci, Drew Hill days and stuff, you know what I mean? When it's
quality,
boy.
Got those like trending TikTok songs or whatever.
Wow.
That's her pool.
Just for that, we should put it on the ARL top 5.
No.
And say, don't vote for this one and see how many votes come in. You know what I mean? Just to see what happens.
Yeah,
anyways.
ARL, by the way, needs a definitely.
We were talking about that in the office. I told Bethany and I was just telling you guys and stuff, man, we need something to knock off Smokey Robinson. And so just so you guys know how ARL works is she asked us to submit a song. And we hope if we get first place or we get the top vote, then we're good. You know what I mean? Like we get props and you know what I mean?
Pass each other in the hallway. Gotta pound them up.
All kind of good stuff. But if you don't, then, you know, you got to go back to the drawing board. So my Selena submission, I thought for sure was going to win, but...
I kind of thought I would get up there too. But even the one before that, I don't know. Yeah, it's 3 weeks though. So we'll see what happens this week.
I seen Sunshine. Let's grab Sunshine, and then we got 5 minutes to do.
The number one song before Smokey was "Beat It" by Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Because that dethroned Jelly Roll.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, we'd like to welcome our special guest in here. Well, I guess I would call her a regular, but Sunshine, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. If you want to mic up and headphone up, there you go. This day in history, what do we have?
So today we were going to talk about something that occurred in 1828. Chief Redbird passed away from dysentery in prison, and he was held unlawfully and without a trial, and eventually passed away. And a lot of our history focuses on the leaders that we have and past and of course present, but it's always good to remember those who stood up for us and throughout our, even our removals and everything. So
the documentary that you guys produced, the history of the Nisochachi, and it's on your guys' YouTube, but it has a section in there that talks about Redbird and kind of some of the injustices and everything too. So I'm glad you guys covered that. But if you have an opportunity, man, you know what I mean? Like go back and watch that and learn more about this gentleman and some of the things that he did for our people, that sacrifice, basically his life, So I'm glad that you bring his name up, honor his memory, and bring that to our listeners and stuff too. Also, Sunshine, I know that you have a hand with the last Bare Moon Powwow celebration, and that's gonna be taking place this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. So last year we started sponsoring. Well, last year we only did the Woodland Boys category, just to try to bring it back. A lot of boys don't dance woodland, so we're trying to encourage our young people to get into those categories. And this year we are doing the applique and the boys woodland
for the teen category. Yeah.
For the teen category. Yep. So looking forward to being there and seeing everybody on Saturday, and just excited for our kids that no matter what they dance, that they're participating and showing their pride in their culture. And powwows and our homecoming celebration is always a chance to see our families and friends from all over the place. So I'm hoping to see a few people there as well. So excited for Saturday. Let's see what else.
The other thing too is the request for artists' work.
Yeah.
When's that deadline again?
So the deadline is March 18th, and we'll be calling. March 18th is the deadline at close of business, and then we will be announcing those we picked on that following Monday at noon.
How is it looking? Do we need to get more word
we
about
need more word out there. Let's see. Gayla is working on some more social media posts and such for that. But yes, definitely anyone, Ho-Chunk or descendants, please send in your artwork to Angel Decora Museum at winnebagotribe.com, and hope to see a lot more people's artwork. So, and encourage them. We buy that piece of artwork that we choose, and then it's on display for a year at our museum.
Nice.
So that's always good for our artists to do that.
That is cool. Anything else? So so I don't know if you caught the beginning of our show, but short and sweet, we have a meeting that we need to get to at 11:55. So
okay.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Now you're gonna help me with the answer is.
Okay.
So Brian, you might have to come up with a question, because these questions are pretty short and sweet, and they should be. Okay. So have an overtime question in the queue just in case.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready here, Miss Beth Smith? Come on.
I'm ready.
I'm pulling for you, man. We need to get on the scoreboard.
You won last year? Or no, Tyler won last week.
So you do get a lifeline.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't let me forget.
Here we go. So the answer is, folks, make sure you play along. Those that are listening and tuning in, what is the answer is? It's basically 5 questions, and the person that gets the most questions gets bragging rights, gets a shout out from everybody that's tuning in, and what else?
Mad props.
It's mad props. Okay, here's the question. Question number 1.
That music.
In a deck of playing cards, how many suits are in a deck of playing cards?
4.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Okay.
He always has to.
I know. Makes you second guess yourself a little bit. Or me. Makes me second guess myself a little bit.
Well,
but I locked it in already.
The last time we played cards, you remember the Joker, right? No, I'm just like, okay. All right, question number 2.
Yes.
You don't count unless it's goldfish.
Number 2. Who was the performer of last year's Super Bowl?
Oh, that was Rihanna.
Rihanna, locking it in?
Locking it in.
How many special guests did she have? No, just like
0.
Oh, yeah, she did. Okay, question number 3.
The Oompa Loompas. Just kidding.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a really good one. This is a good one. Did you get the recent WIN issue?
Yes.
You did? Okay. In this last issue of the Winnebago in the News, the question of the issue was, what is the best res pickup line? What was your opponent's answer to the question of the issue? We read it and we double check it and we check it out, and it's on the website.
I know I was the last one to send mine, but I don't think I know what she said.
What do you think she said?
Shoot, man.
It wasn't Cousins Don't Count.
That is a tough one. I'm going to go in and tap in for my lifeline on this one.
Are you really?
Because I really don't know, yeah.
Are you really?
I'm really going to.
Okay. You got it right?
Do I have the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay. Are you going to use Brian, or are you going to use somebody that read the...
Don't use me.
Brian, please.
It was Pick Me Up Then
You gonna go with it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. She's locking that one in. Okay. Question number 4. The Land of Oz will return to the big screen for a movie called Wicked. In the movie Wizard of Oz, what is the name of the dog?
Toto.
Final answer?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Last Bear Moon Powwow happens on Saturday, February 24th over at One Vegas Casino. This event will feature a spotlight special. Name one of the 2 categories featured in this year's spotlight special.
Woodland.
Final answer?
Yes.
Woodland.
Yep.
Okay. See how she did. All right. Cool.
Okay,
She did
cool.
pretty good. I think she got all of them, if not all of them.
Yeah, pretty close, I think.
Is that a first?
Yeah.
Is
I
it?
wanted to really simplify it down here. So that's why you might have to get that overtime question.
Got it.
All right. We're good to go. Thanks for joining us here, Sunshine. We're looking forward to Saturday, man. And then
I know it feels like it's been a long time since everybody got together.
Really?
Yeah.
I know. And it's going to be nice weather, too. So we'll bring up that poster before we leave
Yes.
here and talk about the T-shirts before we also leave. So we have a full crew. They're here to witness your victory and stuff. You know what I mean? So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Question. I said they're really simple questions. Okay? In a deck of playing cards, how many suits are there?
You got me. Every time someone tries to explain a card game, my mind just goes blank.
Oh, really?
I can't. But
Is there
I'm
one
gonna
suit?
take a good guess.
2 suits?
Wait,
3
so
suits?
a suit is that's like a king, a queen.
No.
No.
No?
No.
Ooh, is it the shapes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say there's spades, diamonds, clubs, and
The club.
clovers. Those clover thingies. I'm gonna say 4.
You gonna lock it in?
Yeah.
You are correct. Yeah, good job, guys. I threw her a little curveball and I said, don't forget about the jokers. But the jokers are not a suit. But you got them right.
You're
Hearts.
tricky.
Hearts was the one. Clubs is diamonds
Yeah.
and spades. Yeah. So there's your 4.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, that is cool. So 1-1. It is 1-1. All right. Here's question number 2. In last year's Super Bowl, who was the featured performer?
Was this multiple choice or no?
No.
Dang. I'm gonna say Usher, because he was upside down, right?
Last year. So
Was that
this
him?
year, who was it? Do you remember?
Oh, this year was it?
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's probably gonna help you
confusing.
answer this year. You know what I
you're
mean? But last
confusing
year.
me.
I'm
So
just gonna
Usher
say-
was this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Usher was this year.
So who was
Oh,
last year?
was it 50 Cent? Because he was upside down? Was it him?
Final answer?
Yeah.
That answer is. Oh, it is Rihanna.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, all right, you're not done yet.
Okay.
Okay, here's a good one. All right, make sure you guys pick up your copy of the Winnebago in the News. But in there, the question of the issue was, here's the question. What is the best res pickup line? What was your opponent's answer?
Opponent.
Yeah, so what was Bethany's answer to that? Remember, she was the last one that submitted.
Week, man.
She was the last
So
one.
last week?
So last week.
It was funny too. Did she remember mine? Did you remember mine?
I had to tap in with my lifeline.
Okay.
I know you're always reading it and you're always going through it. And
Every day.
you had to double check the folders, make sure they're in there.
Dang.
Does she get a lifeline?
She does not because
Oh.
she
Didn't
won.
she say, "Are you my cousin" or something like that?
Did she say that?
Yeah.
Is that?
I remember somebody said that. It was like going through them.
That's the best res pickup line right there, boy.
I don't know. I don't remember.
You gotta say,
Oh,
"Are you my cousin?"
Yeah.
Okay. That answer is. Go ahead, Bethany.
Can I tell them what it is?
Yeah, tell
Yeah.
them what it is.
So mine was, and
Wait,
it works.
wait,
It
wait.
works every time.
It does. Or she's gonna help you out. All the big voicers out there that are listening, this is the best res pickup line. Go ahead.
scared. Just kidding. Mine was, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. Dang, boy. Okay, number 4. The Land of Oz will return to the big screen for a movie called Wicked. They had the first commercial on the Super Bowl, just kind of FYI, was that movie preview. It was looked pretty awesome. In the movie of Wizard of Oz, what is the dog's name?
Toto.
Final answer?
Yeah.
You got it. Good job. Just kind of a FYI. That breed is a Cairn Terrier.
Something like, yeah.
Cairn, and then I read it's on the verge of extinction.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And also, Toto made enough money from that movie to live a very posh lifestyle for the rest of.
Posh.
Yes.
It's posh.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Is he still around? Like, is he stuffed?
I don't know.
I mean, like,
I
or
don't
did they
think
bury
so.
him? Or
No, but actually performed in other movies. So.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Hey, he was a star, huh? Okay. All right.
And Toto too.
Last Bear Moon Powwow happens on Saturday over at Winnebago. This event will feature a spotlight special. It's on the poster. Name one of the 2 categories featured in the spotlight special for this year.
I was reading it in your office that day, but I was just reading the names. Sorry. You got me.
Take a guess on the category.
Let's see, like seniors.
Seniors?
Yeah.
The category is woodland scrub for the girls, for the women, 18 and over, or men's woodland, 18 and over. So they're going to be under the spotlight.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be awesome.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that one. I got an update from DJ Guaranteed this morning for the live stream. We're going to be live streaming it as well.
Oh, good.
It's going to be cool, pretty cool. So with the score of, I think you got 3 of them right.
Yep.
And then she got 5, so she got the sweep. So you're still in the lead. You know what I mean? You got 2 wins to her 1. You'll get a lifeline next week.
These questions were not easy.
The questions were pretty easy. Right? How many decks are in a... Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, we got to get out of here and stuff. So any shout outs?
Just wanted to be a reminder for the last Bear Moon, those t-shirts.
Yes. Throw those up. If you want to get one, you go over to Winnebago to the gift shop. They have them for sale right now. They're, I think, $20 and stuff too. So just kind of a PSA on that one. You know what I mean? Some of the relatives, they want to get some gear for that, and they'll be available for sale the day of too. I'm not sure the price, but we'll get the
While supplies last.
While supplies last, yes.
Yeah. Shout out, Sunshine.
Just a reminder for everyone to submit their artwork to Angel Decora Museum at WinnebagoTribe.com.
Awesome. Tyler.
Shout outs. I don't have one.
Oh, okay. All right. Not today. Brian.
Don't forget about the MMIR event that's happening, I believe, on Friday. I think more information with the Human Services Department. They are hosting that, correct?
Yes.
Yes, and so don't forget about that.
Awesome. And then just want to give a shout out to Ashley. She just texted me just now. She got a 91 on her final paper for her class. So one step closer to getting that master's degree. So good job there. But and everybody that's doing the thing in college and also school and stuff, coming down that hill. You know what I mean? Graduation's just around the corner. So keep up the good work. For the seniors, you know what I mean?
Get your homework done.
Yeah, for sure. All right, folks, we are Winnebago Talks. You guys have a good rest of your day.